Nagsumbong sa koolNews na mang-aagaw si Chito Merienda, mga agaw
Kakarating
ng
lamang
bias
ng
sa
isa.
PD.
Okay, isa na naman pong breaking news mga kaibigan. Bukas po, magsasara na po ang legit ninyo Cheat TV. Totoo na to. Hindi na to fake news ito guys. Legit na to. Kaya bukas,
Naloko na.
hindi nyo po mapapanood ang inyong Cheat TV. Mapapanood nyo yung mga programa nito sa Hydra, SBD, Terbi TV, LVM1, SBC1, SBC Bini, at saka po sa banibagong channel po ng SVC na SVC Maloy Edition. Yan po ang ating breaking news story mula sa Cheat TV. Ito ang ating breaking news. Okay, ulitin ko po, breaking news po. Ang Cheat TV po ay magsasara po mamayang gabi.
Ayun, maraming salamat, J.O. Metric. Awas po natin ngayon, 2 minutong nakalipas na 9 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. And we'll stick to the national news. The Philippine Army will closely coordinate with the law enforcement agencies to verify the reports claiming that some of its reservists are part of the alleged rapist and false teacher Apollo Kibuloy's Angels of Death. Army Deputy Spokesperson Colonel Ray Balido said they have not yet received any information on these claims, but will provide an update upon verification. According to the press briefing, Balido said, wala pa kaming reports about that. We will closely coordinate kung kanino galing itong report. Kung meron tayong makuha info, we will provide an update. But Balido revealed that the Sunshine Media Network International, or abbreviated as SMNI, the media arm of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, was accredited as a Philippine Army reservist affiliated unit in 2015. He explained they are called the 2nd Signal Battalion ng Philippine Army Affiliated Reserve Unit. Tinap natin sila because of their expertise in communications. Balido clarified that they have no control over this unit and reservists are not authorized to be armed. If proven to have committed violations against their oath, that the unit under SMNI will face disciplinary measures. Based on reports, Kibuloy's Angels of Death, which were revealed to be armed men and not spiritual beings, reportedly threatened his sexual abuse victims if they happened to break the code of secrecy on the religious leaders' alleged sexual crimes. Davao City Police Chief Colonel Hudson Malantan likewise revealed that one of Kibuloy's Angels of Death had quote-unquote voluntarily given the information to the authorities. Peter Griffin, Harry Roque, the former presidential spokesperson from Rodrigo Duterte, should man up and air his criticisms in front of the House of Representatives Quad Committee instead of saying his piece on social media. Surigao del Norte 2nd District Representative Robert Ace Barbers said on Tuesday. In an interview at the Batasang Pambansa complex, Barbers was asked about Roque's latest accusation that the Quad panel is just power tripping and committed grave abuse of discretion in requiring supposedly private documents. Barbers said Roque keeps on saying things when they have just been asking for documents that would prove or disprove his alleged involvement with Philippine offshore gaming operators or POGOs. Congressman Barber said, kailangan ba mag-power tripping ng mga Quadcom chairs? Ako ho, graduating po ako, kailangan ko ba mag-power trip? Alam nyo ba, maraming sinasabi ito si Atty. Harry Roque sa likod ng Quadcom o sa labas ng Quadcom, sabihin mo sa harap namin yan. He added, itong hinihingi naming dokumento sa inyo ay may kaugnayan doon sa iyong alleged involvement dito sa usapin sa illegal POGO. Magpakalalaki ka, humarap ka dito sa amin, hindi yung nakatalikod ka palagi sa Quad, doon ka magsalita. According to Congressman Barbers, they are not interested in how Roque's wealth increased. Rather, the panel wants to know how Biancam's Holdings, the company of Roque's family, progressed to a multi-million business from having just 150,000 pesos in 2015. Barbers explained it's not connected to Roque's documents, but it is connected to the company linked to the POGOs. Just to be clear, our questions, we have no interest in this wealth. What we are looking for is the link between Biancam Corporation and PH2 Corporation, which he owns, to Lucky South 99. To our listeners on Cool FM, not to be confused with the PH2 lore. Lucky South 99 is the Pogo hub in Porac, Pampanga, which was raided for human trafficking issues. Roque was linked to Lucky South 99 after documents bearing his signature were found by authorities during the raid. Barber said, "If you're become richer by 10 times compared to your net worth before, we don't care. But explain to us why the net worth of your corporation rose, which is being linked to Lucky South 99." Roque admitted later on that he accompanied Catherine Casandali Ong, an incorporator of Whirlwind Corporation that leased land to the raided Pogo Hub in Porac, to settle fees with the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Operation, or PAGCOR. Due to these alleged ties, the Quad Committee invited Roque to these hearings. Roque was cited for contempt by the Quad Committee for the second time after he skipped the hearing last September 12 and refused to comply with a subpoena on the key documents, like his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, and other tax declarations. The Quad panel recently released an arrest order against Roque, and the PNP has been tracking him down. In a video posted on his Facebook page last Monday, Roque maintained that he is not a fugitive because it is only a branch of Congress that made such a declaration. Roque said, "Will I have myself arrested or not? Well, I believe that if Congress violates limits on its powers and becomes guilty of grave abuse of power and grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack of jurisdiction, the order is illegal. I subscribe to the need for the Supreme Court to decide on the matter. That's why I will wait for the Supreme Court's decision." JM, any news for us?
Peter Griffin ka dyan. Maraming salamat, Stephen. Meta bans RT days after US accused Russian outlet of disinformation. US officials accused RT last week of carrying out covert information warfare operations around the world as an arm of Russia's spy agencies, quote-unquote spy agencies. After careful consideration, we expanded our ongoing enforcement against Russian state media outlets, Rossiya Segodna, or RT, and other related entities are now banned from our apps globally for foreign interference activity, as a Meta spokesperson said in a statement. The Biden administration on Friday announced new sanctions, and a State Department official called the media outlet a fully fledged member of the intelligence apparatus and operation of the Russian government for the war in Ukraine. U.S. officials then accused RT of carrying out covert information warfare operations around the world in behalf of Russia's spy agencies. James Rubin, coordinator of the State Department's Global Engagement Center, said that RT is where propaganda, disinformation, and lies are spread to millions, if not billions, of people around the world. Some of RT's operations are kept hidden, as U.S. officials said. U.S. officials allege that in Africa, RT is behind an online platform called African Stream, but hides its role. That in Germany, it secretly runs a Berlin-based English language site known as Red, and that in France, it hired a journalist in Paris to carry out influence projects aimed at a French-speaking audience. The Biden administration is imposing sanctions on state-funded broadcaster that oversees RT, TV Novosti, another state media company, Rossiya Segodunya, and its director Dmitry Kilipsvog, officials said. The U.S. has previously accused Russia of interfering in U.S. elections by sowing discord and division, and in 2018, the U.S. Justice Department announced indictments against 12 Russian nationals, alleging cybercrimes intended to interfere with the 2016 election, including hacking Democratic National Committee computers and stealing emails. Russia has denied running information operations to interfere in America's elections or in other countries' politics. Meta has started limited Russian state-controlled media 2 years ago. Enforcement of the ban, announced Monday, is expected to roll out in the next several days. Meta's apps include Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Threads. This is from the NBC News, all right? And now we will have our own Geo News today, our first ever Geo News for the time, oh my God, for this September. First of all, we have some breaking news, everyone. As always, make sure that you need to check on your children because they might be watching too much Beanie lately. As it turns out, Blue Wave was caught watching too much of Beanie Mika pictures. That is some crazy news. Very crazy. Do not Do not tolerate what Mr. Blue Wave has been doing. Meanwhile, Terby is sending a lot of pictures of Tanya Chinita, and Foden accuses Terby of sending boobs of Tanya Chinita. That is all for Geo News for now. We'll be right back. As always, Stephen, take the lead.
And later on, for more news, the the, the the Court of Appeals urged to reconsider ruling against the suspension of Nueva Ecija governor. San Juan City huddles elected polls, health executives to discuss the monkeypox. And for the entertainment news, wow, Miley Cyrus faces the lawsuit for copying Bruno Mars' famous hit with I Was Your Man. It is now 9:12 p.m. Philippines Standard Time. We will be back after the break. Welcome back.
Nagbabalik tayo sa koolNews Primetime mga kaibigan. Mga Lods, patungkol pa na yon sa Trump's, okay, live update daw, Chok. Pero ano to, the Secret Service is protecting 40 people during this election season. The Secret Service protected responsibility has grown this campaign season, and now more than 40 people had security details, an agent official said last night. The people being protected include the president, the vice president and their families, former presidents and first ladies, running mates and their families, and other people deemed to qualify based on threat levels, the official said. Since July 13, the day a man with a rifle tried to assassinate Trump at a Pennsylvania rally, revised assessments have been made for all those under protection, the official said. Meanwhile, Biden and Harris condemned political violence after threat on Trump. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are forcefully condemning political violence and calling on Americans to lower the temperature in the wake of the apparent second assassination attempt on Donald Trump on Sunday. Meanwhile, Trump golfing partner recalls moment Secret Service reacted on golf course. A golfing partner of Donald Trump has described the dramatic moment when he heard gunshots and saw Secret Service agents dive on top of the former president during the apparent assassination attempt at his Florida golf course Sunday. Businessman Steve Witkoff, a longtime Trump friend and political donor, told NBC's Today Show on Tuesday that he knew immediately that a series of loud pops were gunfire, and praised the Secret Service for their quick response in getting Trump off the golf course in under 20 seconds. And finally, dangerous person as Trump addresses the second apparent assassination attempt. Former President Donald Trump spoke out about the attempted assassination attempt on him while he was at his West Palm Beach Golf Club during a interview on X Spaces. Trump described the suspect as a dangerous person and praised the Secret Service for their protection. And now for our another round of Geo News. Okay, mga Lods, as always, ito na naman po. Okay, for today's Geo News, Cheat apparently is trying to steal Bini member Sheena away from Katips. This is a very dangerous news that we should cover soon enough. Maybe later at Hangout with Mamon. But we definitely know that Chito is definitely trying to cheat, if you know what I mean. Cheat, go away. Raise up kids another day. Okay, it's your turn, Stephen.
All right, so it is now 9:24. This is koolNews Primetime with yours truly. Thank you. For the National Youth Office of the Ombudsman has asked the Court of Appeals to reconsider its decision to set aside just a 6-month preventive suspension order against Nueva Ecija Governor Aurelio Umali. The Ombudsman issued the suspension in May 2024 due to Umali's alleged illegal issuance of quarrying permits without required certifications and non-remittance of taxes to local government units. The Ombudsman argues that it did not act with undue haste or grave abuse of discretion in imposing the suspension. According to the statement in a 22-page motion, the Ombudsman is not required by law to wait the arguments of the defense before arriving at a determination on the evidence of guilt. Being preliminary in nature, strong evidence of guilt does not mean that the defense evidence should be awaited, considered, and assessed at such initial stage. Hence, the the ponencia of the Court of Appeals gravely erred in resolving the admissibility and probative value of the entire pieces of evidence in the main administrative case, which is precisely still pending before the Ombudsman. Meanwhile, in San Juan City, in partnership with the Department of Health, they held a town hall meeting to get together with the elected officials and healthcare workers on the ongoing monkeypox disease. The meeting aimed to provide essential information, address concerns, and debunk misinformation about mpox. Healthcare workers from various hospitals in San Juan City or within Metro Manila and private practitioners were invited to join the meeting. The importance of information dissemination and preparedness was emphasized by Mayor Francis Zamora and DOH Regional Director Dr. Rio L. Magpantay. Mayor Zamora said, "It is important that we arm our healthcare and barangay health workers with facts that will help us in preventing this disease from spreading, create more awareness, as well as know as the latest updates on this. This is also our chance to clarify the misinformation and debunk myths surrounding the disease to reduce fear and ensure that we are only circulating the correct information." Sa mga nakakaraang pagpulong namin sa Metro Manila Council ay nakasama po natin si DOH Undersecretary Balboa at nakausap po na rin po ng ilang beses si Secretary Herbosa at isa po sa ginampanan natin bilang Pangulo ng Metro Manila Council ay ang magsagawa ng isang malawakang information campaign upang malaman ng tao ano ba talaga itong mpox at mahalaga po na andito kayo ngayon sapagkat kayo naman po ang tutulong sa amin na maipakalat ang impormasyon sa ating mga mamayan. Kaya sa lahat po nanonood din sa Facebook. He also continued as the session on educating healthcare workers. They also provided the latest updates on the disease. The town hall meeting was also streamed live on Facebook. DOH Regional Director further emphasized that the significance of the town hall meeting, saying this is the first face-to-face town hall meeting since among the 17 LGUs in Metro Manila here now happening. Isang pumalaking paghahanda ito kasi sa paghahandang ito ay malalaman natin kung ano ba mga dapat natin gawin, mga aksyon na dapat gawin at sino ang dapat tawagin at kausapin kapag merong positive. Lahat po yan ay tatalakayin sa araw na yun. For the showbiz news, before we close, Miley Cyrus is reported being sued for copyright infringement after allegations that her chart-topping song Flowers is a rip-off of Bruno Mars' hit song When I Was Your Man. According to documents obtained by the U.S. media TMZ and Rolling Stone, she is currently facing a lawsuit filed by the Los Angeles Federal Court on Monday from Tempo Music Investments that include for unauthorized duplication of several elements from Bruno Mars' 2012 song. Bruno Mars is not named as a plaintiff in the court filing, but the music label asserted that it owns a portion of the U.S. copyrights after acquiring it from Philip Lawrence, who co-wrote the song along with Bruno Mars. The music company is said to be seeking undisclosed financial damages and is asking the court to prohibit Cyrus from performing Flowers and cease any further distribution of the song. The Wrecking Ball singer has not yet issued a statement. For the Philippine Christian Family Broadcasters and BibleGateway.com's verse of the day, in Ephesians 5 verse 1, therefore be imitators of God as beloved children. We will now continue on sa ating programang Hangout with Mamon. Ako po rin po ang iyong lingkod, Stephen Liwanag del Sol, and this is going koolNews Primetime. Sa sunod na po ang Hangout with Mamon dito lang sa Kool FM. Mapapakul ka dito. Magandang gabi mga kalamaw. And God bless the Philippines.